Hi, this is Tony with StuffSeniorsNeed.com, and I'm coming to you today with a video that's somewhat inspired by the upcoming Medicare open enrollment period. How to determine, what's the best Part D plan for you. That would be the Medicare prescription drug benefit. So I'm going to take you through a real quick video here, about 5 minutes, and show you exactly what you need to do and how to do it. And really, the simplest and easiest way to do that is Medicare has a plan finder. And I have the address for that in the description below this video, where you would go to the Medicare Plan Finder website, and the first thing you're going to see is that logo at the bottom. For the Medicare Plan Finder, just input your zip code and then click Find Plans. The reason the first indice here is your zip code is that some companies make the business decision just not to work in certain areas of the country. Medicare gives them that right, so if they choose to not work in your area, what will happen is the plan finder will filter out those plans that aren't available to you. So after doing the zip code, you're going to come to this screen here. Really, step one, it's going to ask you what type of Medicare coverage you have now. Okay, and then below that, it's going to ask you if you're getting any extra help, either through Medicaid, through Medicare Extra Help, through a state pharmaceutical assistance program, something like that. Again, that's another filter here that's going to be applied to give you the right plans for you. You'll click on the bottom where it says Continue to Plan Results. And then you're going to get to the most important part of the finder, and that's the Medicare drug formulary list. This is the list of medications you absolutely need to have in the plan. And this is not only a list of medications you're taking now, but ones that you may be taking in the future. So it may be helpful for you to sit down with your doctor for a few minutes and just make a determination of what you're doing in terms of your medications and any medications you may need in the future. Make sure to input them into the name of drug box, which you can see right here. Okay, name of drug box. And here's the really, really great part about the plan finder. What this will do is if you input a medication, for example, when I was going through this, the plan finder and getting the screenshots, I put in Lipitor, for high cholesterol, and the plan finder told me there was a cheaper generic alternative available. Okay, this is going to save you money. It's going to enable you to avoid the Medicare donut hole, things like that. The one question people have, and I know they do because my father asked me, is the difference between brand name and generic drugs. There is a perception that generic drugs are not as potent. But the FDA certifies that generic drugs receive the same level of testing and really has the same potency as their brand name alternatives. It's just you're paying more money for the brand name drug. So in the interest of economy, if money is tight, which for most people it is, making a switch to a generic drug is going to keep money in your pocket. It's going to lower your drug costs, and it's going to enable you to better avoid the Medicare donut hole. So just use generic drugs as often as you possibly can. Next step in this is, based upon your zip code, it's going to give you a list of recommended pharmacies to use. And you're just going to choose whichever one is more convenient for you. And finally, you're going to get a results page. Now, for me personally, as I went through this, there were 29 prescription drug plans available in my area. So I inserted this little orange oval. You would click that and then could continue to plan results. And at that point, you're going to get your final results page. And now it's important for you to understand and be able to interpret the results. For the medications that I input, and I only input a few. I input Lipitor. I put in Advair if you have COPD. Under original Medicare, okay, if you were paying for this out of pocket, you can see what the costs would be. You're looking at up to $5,600 a year for your prescription medications. That's an exorbitant amount of money for most people. However, by using the plan finder and scrolling through the plans, you're able to save a ton of money if you pick the right plan. Now, I'm not necessarily endorsing the one here. This is one of 29, okay? So, but if you were to choose the AARP Medicare RX Preferred Plan, you would wind up paying about $1,800 total out of pocket a month, as opposed to paying $5,600. That represents about a 70% savings for people. So this is really something that's extremely important and something you need to be aware of in order to pick the right plan for you. Okay, so finally, to wrap things up, what you're going to see on that results page is not only the monthly premiums, but you're also going to see deductibles, co-payments, and you're going to see the overall plan rating that Medicare gives these plans from 0 to 5 stars. Now, one thing about the 5-star plans is that if you have a 5-star plan in your area, you can make the switch to that plan at any time in the year. Okay, normally you can only switch Medicare plans during what's known as the open enrollment period, and that generally runs from early October to early December. Dates change a little bit, with each year, but if it's a 5-star plan, you can switch it anytime. Finally, of course, this is the $64,000 question. What's the best plan for you? And really, there is no way for any one person, for me to give advice and give one plan that's good for you. It's going to be dependent upon your own individual situation, which is why I tried to walk you through how to use the Plan Finder, which would put you in a position where you could compare the plans and make the best choice for you. So this is Tony with StuffSeniorsNeed.com, and I will be coming to you next time with another video. Take care.